Tony Castellanos told me we had to have more of a tax presence. I said, how am I going to do this? Funny tax guys? I mean, that's just, that's just not going to work. But yet, I was at my desk, and up came a KPMG Today story, and we have our own Stephen Sims. And Stephen is a recognized CEO candidate, member of our tax practice in Sacramento. And finally, if I could get off the stage and let you truly take the day over, Stephen, I'll be thrilled. So please welcome Stephen Sims.
This is good, but it's really interesting having a tax background, because before I came to KPMG, I was actually the taxpayer advocate for the state of California, and it really throws people off because I'm a little bit different, if you haven't noticed, and so whenever I go out, it's really interesting. I almost didn't make it here today because I was on jury duty effective on Monday. Jury duty, I kid you not, this is no lie. I didn't share it with the team because I was confident I was going to get off. But the problem was, this was a huge trial. Bailiff came out, there were 70 of us, and he says, due to the criminal nature, due to the violence, due to the amount of crime that was committed with this particular crime, it was a heinous act. We have to interview 70 people. But 70 people to fill 12 spots, I felt pretty good about it. But then they said it was a criminal trial, so we couldn't mention our names. We all got numbers. So number 16 says to me, I'm number 61. Hey man, this is going to be a good trial. It's a sex crime. I'm like, well, how do you know it's a sex crime? They just said criminal. He said, man, he said there was a heinous act. I said, no, heinous. Heinous. So once we got that straight, he went on to explain, and I'm a little bit scared because I've never done a criminal trial. I've done some civil. I'm a little scared because he talks about, his gangs involved, and we haven't even walked in the room yet, but I already started positioning myself. I'm going to sit directly behind the defendant so he can't see me through the corner or the sides of his eyes unless I actually make the box, right? So we walk in, and I sit behind, this is the biggest dude I've ever, who saw Green Line? It was like a John Coffey-sized guy. And I'm like, he won't be able to see it. When I sat down, he had 2 eyeballs tattooed on the back of his head. And I think he could see, they were bloodshot, so I know he can see out of them. All right? And plus, on top of that, how some people, this guy was solid. But he had that neck fat, those 2 rolls of neck fat that looked like a mouth. He actually had hair, a mustache hair growing above it. Started to sweat, so it looked like he was drooling up the side of his mouth. All of this was freaking me out. Okay, judge walks in. Judge, everybody rise. He stood up. See, now the mouth on the back, I read lips, so it looked like he was saying, I'm innocent to me through the back of his head, because he was moving his head kind of funny. If that wasn't enough, when he stood up, he was wearing these tight pants, all right? And since I read lips, it looked like his butt was talking. He looked like, I really didn't do it, and I know where you live. So, needless to say, I eventually made it to the jury. But you know what? You know what scared me worse than the guy that was on trial? The people that were on the jury panel. Who's been to jury duty before? Now I do know why they need 70 people to get 12. First question the judge asked, has anyone here, themselves or a close friend, been accused of a crime? This was like the first 16 people in the box. 10 of them raised their hand. I'm like, oh my God, 10. And I'm like, okay, well, they must have friends. But of the 10, there was like 6 of them themselves had actually committed crimes. There were 3 DUIs, 1 domestic dispute, and there's a lady that had one of those little cart things. The electric ones that they drive real fast, like they can go, anyways. She had one of those, and she had been accused of vehicular manslaughter. Not with the cart, but she was the driver, okay? Not with the cart. Seriously. But here's the thing. she never, went to jail. She could be on jury duty. But the thing is, I saw her driving down the hall. She was running people up. Get out of my way! And she's guilty, but you worked hard. So, bottom line is, jury duty sucks. And if you ever have to do it, I did get excused. How did I get excused? You know what you got to say, right? You have to say you love cops.